I still remember the last scene. That was adorable too. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Let my hair just sit. Stop it. I zoned out, sorry. Hello, cuter people. Welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't been here for a while, but you guys know I had to come here because this book released and I finished reading it. Oh my god, I have so much to say. I know that I created a video on Instagram, but then I created that video without spoilers. This book needs a longer video to explain why I liked it so much, and also I will have to talk about the spoilers here. So if you have not read this book yet, I would suggest not watching the video, but if you still want to watch it, who am I to stop you? Alright, should we begin? Should we begin talking about the end of the Dark OS series? Because what didn't just happen? My head is still there, and my head's still not comprehending that this book has come to an end, like the series has come to an end. And oh my god, I have so much to say. So much. I think I'll talk about Tristan and Morana first. Now, if you have read The Syndicated by now, you guys know how it ended. I did not see that coming. I literally did not see that coming. I know how people were expecting so much, and they were like, a happy ending scene and, happy, normal, they were living a good life. But Morana got disabled. Her arm is disabled. She cannot use her arm for life. That seemed a little extreme, and oh boy, did that hurt. Yes, that is what I'm talking about. I did not expect that. I obviously know that it's the book that author can play with. The characters are words and everything. But then doing that to a character who is so loved was a brutal move. But I loved it nonetheless. I mean, I know that it's tragic and heartbreaking, but they still got married and she got a kitten. I mean, I think that makes up for it. Even though Tristan did not tell her that he loves her, I think it still made up for everything else because he got her a kitten. I need to stop. See, I was very excited. Like, there were some scenes I was looking forward to. First, Tristan saying I love you to Morana. Second, him getting her a kitten. Third, Morana getting pregnant. Fourth, them getting married. Out of these four, I saw 3 of them. So, who am I to complain? That's fine. The only thing that Tristan didn't do was say I love you to her. But he expresses it enough. He doesn't have to say I love you to Morana, I know that this sentence has like a lot of emotions attached to it, and this has to be said, but not everywhere. He literally got her name tattooed on his ring finger. What else do you want? If that's not love, what else is? I think that was enough. I think if he didn't say I love you to Morana, it was fine because they got married, Morana got pregnant, and she got a kitten. So I'm happy, and you should be too. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, it was a little sad when she lost her ability to move one of her arms. But as I said, it's okay. Everything is all right because they got married in the end. She's gonna get a baby with Tristan fucking Kim. So, yeah, I was very happy for Tristan and Morana. And what do you expect in the mafia world? There is supposed to be some sort of tragedy in it. You can't expect a happy ending in mafia world, I guess. Similarly with Dante and Amara, I had a hunch that Vin was dead. I had a hunch. Because obviously they sent him underground and it's the syndicate. So far, whatever we have learned in the book about the syndicate, nobody has escaped the syndicate. Nobody. Except the main characters, obviously. But I think Win escaping from the syndicate would have been miraculous. And to, again, as I said, it's a mafia world. We can't expect too much. He was bound to have that fate. That is okay as well. It was sad. Again, it made me cry. But I was okay because who am I to complain if a book is making me cry? And that to Ronik's book. So yeah, I was happy. I was happy with the story, not with the fact that Win died. But yeah. And then Dante and Amara, like I felt I would have done better with a little more of Dante and Amara, but it was still a good, like they still had a good part in the book. So I can't complain. I loved every bit of it. And he was so cute. They're having two babies, like twins, bro. That two twin boys. Wow. That's so dreamy, bro. That's so dreamy. And I like how Runik said that Amara and Tate lost Win and they lost Zia. And then God gave them two babies. Maybe it's just, their way of dealing with the grief. It was very beautiful because losing two people and getting two new people, it's like why my superstitious my mind which is up there in the universe and astro world, it thinks that it is a sign from the universe that it has got your back. You get me? So it was a happy ending for them as well. I loved it. Now coming to Cypher and Alpha. I loved how Cypher and Xander bonded. It was the cutest interactions I have ever seen. Like Xander being 6 years old and making everyone realize that he sees and he observes everything. He sees what they are going to is one of the most beautiful things that I saw and read in the book. Xander was the star of the book after Shadow Man, which I will be talking about. Okay, hold on for that. But I think Xander and Cypher's scene was one of my favorite scenes in the book. And Xander is just so cute. And he definitely was gifted. I loved his character because, wow, a 6-year-old making a sandwich, having a lot of knowledge about physics, maths, and whatnot, that is just beyond me. भगवान जी एक ऐसा चूहा मुझे भी दे देना. But let him feel emotions, okay? I think Xander did feel emotions. He was just not able to express it. And that made him similar to Tristan, which was also very cute. Because Tristan is his uncle. And them, I forgot to talk about Tristan and Morana adopting Xander. I forgot to talk about that, or how Tristan and Morana adopted Xander and made him a part of their family. I mean, he was already a part of their family, but he still became a part of their family legally. And I remember how he admitted to Dane that he loves Tristan and Morana, and he talked to Lex, his best friend, about it, and he was very happy about being adopted. So a 6-year-old thinking about, getting adopted, it was just very emotional because he's just 6 years old. Yeah, I know. It was very cute. I don't want to cry. Anyways, so yeah, I think Xander was the star after Shadow Man. But yeah, I was talking about Cypher and Alpha. I feel that Alpha was very much available for everyone. For Marana, for Tristan, for Tate, for Cypher, for Luna, like for everyone. I could see that he was the one who was silently there for everyone. Like everyone was there for each and everyone in the group. But I feel that Alpha was the one who was more evidently there for everyone. I don't know, it's just my opinion. I don't know. I just felt that he was there for everyone. Not like physically, but emotionally as well. I remember how Morana rested her head on, like him when she was very tired and things have happened in the house, I think it was the penthouse. I can't exactly remember, but yeah. Um, I think it was with Luna that there was a scene with Luna that happened where Luna burst out with all her emotions and she said so many things. And I think after that, they were really tired, everything. So she put her head on Alpha and he was just there. That scene was beautiful. I think Alpha is the most emotionally and physically available person in the group. And Amara as well, because she is Dr. Amara. So, yeah, I think after Amara, Alpha is the one who is available for everyone. He's that kind of person. And Alpha at Cypher, like, I could literally see him, you know, being very patient with Cypher. Being like, it's okay, I'll let her take her time. And how, how he used to get very annoyed in his book when Cypher used to call him with the nicknames like "Hi hubby," and stuff like that. "Hi handsome." And now in this book, it was so cute and it was so adorable to see him. And can you believe a monster of a person, like this large person, this bulky person, and there is this tiny wife of his who is calling him "Hey hubby," and then he's like "Hey wifey." It's so adorable now. Okay, I just stop catching him out. Am I red? I don't know. I feel like I'm so red. Okay, I need good light from next time. Yeah, that was okay. And then Cypher being pregnant and the baby being the light of their life. It was very emotional again because I was obviously expecting uh that Cypher will get pregnant with a baby in this because it was kind of a little predictable. She's literally lost her sister, and now there has to be something in her life to make her feel happy. And that now that there was Tempest and there was Sander, I think the baby fever was on, like everywhere. And everyone wanted a baby somehow. If not a baby, a dog or a kitten. You know what I mean? So it was very sweet. Like I still remember the last scene. That was adorable too. Oh my god, like Alpa sitting with her baby girl and having a tea party. That was not on my Biko cards for 2024. This was crazy. I loved it so much. And the eye patch, the star stickers on his eye patch. I was done there. I was literally giggling, kicking my feet in the air. It was everything, okay? It was everything. I loved it. So cute. Oh, oh my god, that was amazing. Okay, now moving on to our last couple. Luna or Lila and the Shadow Man. It was the best scene that I've read in the Dark Wars. You know which one? When Luna and everyone, like, they were sitting, and then Mr. Blackthorn, or you can say the Shadow Man, he came around and, introduced himself to everyone, sat beside Lana, held her, like, touched her thigh, kept his hat there. Nobody knew. That was crazy. Every scene that had Lila and Mr. Blackthorn or our Shadow Man in it, I think I loved every scene of it. I loved it so much. I mean, firstly, this guy is a crazy psychopath. If you guys have been following me for a while on my Instagram, you know that I fall for crazy psychopaths. In the books only, not in the real world. Please never जाने थे ऐसे लोगों से ऐसे psychopaths से please ऐसा कभी चाहिए मुझे real life में नहीं चाहिए no. But in the book, I am a sucker for the crazy psychopaths that go crazy for their women only. And I love how Luna was like, can you please do that for me? And he's like, anything for you, Amma. Oh God. This man who who is literally feared by everyone in the underworld, in the mafia world. And then there is this redhead, a tiny redhead, who is like, can you please do it for me? Like anything for you. Like, God, that is so. Oh, my heart is literally bursting with all the emotions after reading about Luna and the Shadow Man. They are by far the most favorite couple of mine in the Darkverse series. Earlier, I used to be like Tristan and Varana are my favorite, but I think I have found my favorite couple, and they are the it couple. And I love Luna and the Shadow Man. And do you see how he made her his wife already? Like that's my wife. And then he names a property under her name. Like that he registered the property under her name. Oh God, this guy. And then he's like, if I were capable of love, you would have been the only one who I love. Like, he never said I love you either. But because he doesn't feel emotions. Because he wasn't born normally. I think he was made in a lab. But anyways, what I meant was, can you believe it? Like this guy doesn't feel any emotions, but he's obsessed with this girl. He feels that this girl is everything that he needs. Like he is in love, but he doesn't know he is in love because he's not capable of feeling those emotions. So cute. He has never been in front of anyone. Like as Shadow Man, nobody knew who the Shadow Man was. He was just a myth. He was the legend, but nobody knew who Shadow Man was. At the end, at the end, everyone knew who the Shadow Man was. By everyone, I mean Tristan, Morana, Tante, Amara, Cypher, Alpha. Everyone knew who Shadow Man was because of Luna. That was so cute. Like somebody revealing their identity for a girl that they can burn the world for. That's top tier romance for. And that person is a psychopath. Cherry on top. Oh my god, I feel like off. I don't know how to explain, but I have something for the Shadow Man now. Love him so much. He's my new boyfriend, guys. He's my new boyfriend. Uh, oh god. I think I've yapped too much. I've talked too much, but I still want to talk about the moment when at the end he keeps it. So when Murana has announced her pregnancy and Luna is in kitchen and then Shadowman comes around and hugs her from behind and says to her, "Your family keeps getting bigger, Flama." And then she's like, "You'll keep them safe for me, right? Anything for you." So cool. That's literally top tier romance, bro. Anything for you is literally top tier. I loved it so much. I need to calm down. I literally flushed, bro. I was sweating. But yeah, that was so adorable. Oh, I love it. Yeah, and then one more thing when Tristan and Luna met finally, that scene was really emotional. And Tristan saying, "I love you" to Luna was something that I did not expect because he has never said Marana those words. But then again, I want to know the theory behind it. And I hope Runix puts up a Q&A soon so that I can ask this question. Like, why did he say I love you to Luna but not to Marana? That's the only question that I have. But I know whatever she wrote, she had something in her mind. She definitely has her own theories. I'm not a little bit disappointed with whatever the story had in it. And I loved every bit of it. I enjoyed every bit of it. It was a roller coaster ride of emotions. And yeah, I could not talk about it as soon as I finished the book because I know I finished it in one sitting. But then again, I couldn't talk about it, even though I said that I would talk about it on my story. I could not because as I need to process it at the time. I need space to process everything. And I think I've made peace with it that the Dark Wars has come to an end. But I will still look forward to the bonus chapters and bonus scenes that Physionics will be publishing anytime soon. And that was it. If you also felt the same as I did, if you liked the syndicator as much as I did, and if you love the couples as much as I did, don't forget to like this video and don't forget to comment and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to ding the bell icon. I will see you in another video soon. Hopefully. Until then, bye bye.